actually just crusted a bit because it's like, you know, paper mache there, but it's all dried out 100% through. G'day, Peter here from Comfort Zone Insulation. I hope you enjoy our next video about insulation, and just remember, if you need a quote, click on the links and we're happy to help you out. This customer did. Now actually this is a good example up in here. So this insulation has probably been here for a long time, but that's a roof leak, you know. The cellulose fibre had a roof leak there. It looks like they've had a new roof put on since this was done, because I can't see any evidence of a leak up above that, right, directly above that. So it might be that this was when the old roof was on here, but you can see the water obviously just soaked into there, and then like it's actually just crusted a bit because it's like, you know, paper mache there, but it's all dried out 100% through. And if I pull this back, look at that, there's a stain on the top, but there's no stain on the ceiling at all, right? Now if that much water had poured into a normal batt job, it would go straight through the batts, it would be sitting on the ceiling, there'd be a stain on the ceiling, and you'd get a stain inside. So for a small leak, cellulose fibre will absorb the water, sit on the ceiling. It's fully hygroscopic, right, not hydrophobic, and so it absorbs the water, and then as the surface dries, it dries right through the product and dries out. So the surface dries and it wicks the water back off the ceiling. And because of the borax in the product, there's no chance of mould, whereas if that was batts, you would have had water sitting on the ceiling underneath the batts, and the water would have stayed there because it can't dry out, because batts are hydrophobic, and so when the surface is hot, it's not getting the heat through the batt to the bottom, so the water doesn't evaporate, right? Whereas this, it wicks the water up to the top. As the surface dries out, it wicks it all the way through. So this would have dried out within a couple of days, right, at absolute most, for a leak about that big. But it looks like it was from some kind of previous roof or that. But if I keep